The feeling of being chronically tired is one of today's most frequent problems. Sometimes it feels like regardless of the amount of sleep you get, you just can't seem to perk up and feel energetic through the day, every day, so you can start tackling your day and life with energy. This lack of energy during the day, this chronic tiredness, is something you'd expect to experience if you were 60, 70, or 80 years old. But it's happening to 20 and 30-year-olds, as well as 15-year-olds. Young people who are supposed to be full of youthful zeal, but instead find themselves functioning in life with weariness and dread. The truth is that the most significant stuff are the ones you constantly hear: sleep, exercise, and diet. You may already be aware of this, however, that's where we typically run into trouble. Addressing sleep, exercise, and diet as if they were a checklist, believing that you are getting a sufficient amount of sleep, exercise, and food. As a result, believing those things cannot be the cause of feeling sluggish. Perhaps it was an iron deficiency or a gluten sensitivity, one may think, and then skipping over the fundamentals in search of a wonder drug that would make you less weary throughout the day. But it is not until you revisit the basics and try to absolutely nail them that you'll realize that those three were where you might be having trouble the entire time. That is exactly why in this video, we will be talking about the reasons why you are always tired and the possible solutions to help get you an energy boost. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated whenever we upload new videos. Now, without further ado, let's go through some of the steps that must be taken in order to consistently generate a lot more energy all through the day. Number 1. Misusing caffeine. People believe they know a lot about how caffeine works. For example, you've probably heard that caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours. So if you consume too much caffeine in the afternoon, you may find it difficult to fall asleep. Caffeine, on the other hand, has a much longer half-life than 5 to 7 hours. Half-life means that half of the caffeine is still in your system after 5 to 7 hours. After that, it takes another 5 to 7 hours for half of the caffeine to leave your system. That means that if you have a cup of coffee at 4 p.m., think again. If you have coffee at 4 p.m., there's a good chance that half of the caffeine is still in your system by 11 p.m., which means by 5 a.m., a quarter of the original 4 o'clock cup of coffee is probably still in your system at a time when you're supposed to be getting some of the deepest, most restorative sleep of your life. This is the type of sleep that allows you to form memories, process the information you are bombarded with throughout the day, make connections, and generate new ideas in order to be more creative. The type of sleep that is also supposed to be healing your muscles and ridding your body of adenosine so you don't feel tired and grumpy. There are just a lot of significant things going on in your body as you're sleeping, and the caffeine is strongly interfering with those processes. One thing you can do to avoid caffeine addiction is to avoid drinking caffeine after lunchtime. Perhaps just one after waking up in the morning, or if needed, another one about 2 hours later to maximize your morning productivity. The most crucial thing is to give your body enough time to fully digest the caffeine in your system before you lay your head on the pillow after a long day's work, so that you can get the rest your body requires. Again, do not consume caffeine after noon. Really, just don't do it. Number 2. Lack of sleep opportunity. It is common knowledge that you need at least 8 hours of sleep per night. However, in order to sleep for that long, you will most likely need to spend more time in bed. For instance, every night, it takes me between 30 and 45 minutes to fall asleep. So I need to be in bed for half an hour or 45 minutes before I intend to fall asleep. And this ensures that I get the sleep I require each and every night because the benefits of a good night's sleep are cumulative. If you give yourself that much opportunity every night, your average amount of sleep will increase over time, and you'll be able to work off the sleep deprivation that you've been suffering from. All you have to do is start giving yourself more opportunities to sleep. Number 3. Broken circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm is an inbuilt clock that tells your brain whether it is day or night when you should be given energy, and when you should slow down and prepare for bed. And much of your circadian rhythm is influenced by sunlight, how bright or dark it is around you. This is why you should avoid using social media, smartphones, or looking at screens right before bed. When you're exposed to so much blue light, your brain believes it's daytime, so it's not giving you the melatonin that your brain requires to know that it's time to slow down and go to bed. One more thing that can be beneficial is to avoid looking at screens right before going to bed, most especially not in bed. That way, your brain can begin producing adequate melatonin and psychologically slowing down. And by the time your head hits the pillow during your little sleep opportunity window, you'll be out like a light. Furthermore, you can darken your room so that when you sleep, your brain believes it is nighttime and that you should be sleeping. And the last thing you can also implement to improve sleep is from a book called Breath by James Nestor. He talked about the benefits of nasal breathing as opposed to mouth breathing. How nasal breathing is a lot better for you. So if you can't breathe out of your nose at night, try to fix that right away. Number 4, limited body movement. Let us now discuss exercise. Your psychology and physiology are inextricably linked. What appears to be beneficial to the body appears to be beneficial to the mind as well. It's why power posing, such as standing up and putting your hands on your hips, boosts testosterone. It's strange to think about it, but simply posing and feeling powerful lowers cortisol, your stress hormone, and increases testosterone, making you feel more confident and powerful. Many people who improve their posture feel more confident as they go about their day. They improve their physiology, which leads to psychological benefits. Moving your body is one of the most effective ways to have more energy throughout the day. Some people believe that if you use your energy by being active, you will have less energy throughout the day. However, the complete opposite is true. People who actually spend their energy on a regular basis have higher baseline energy to expend. It's almost as if the universe has a golden rule saying that which costeth energy, giveth energy. Use the same strange phenomenon to your advantage by getting out and walking every day. Do something to get out of the house and move around, or even buy a standing desk so you can spend some of your time being productive standing up in front of your desk rather than sitting down. Just make sure you get out of your chair every single day. To conclude, we will not discuss diet because I do not want to add to the confusion. One thing I've discovered is that it is largely genetic. Perhaps a paleo diet would be better for you. However, if you have a gluten sensitivity, avoid packaged foods, avoid sugar, and drink plenty of water. You can look up a million different diets on the internet. If you put forth a sensible amount of time and effort into what you put into your body, but do not take care of your sleep or exercise, you will most likely remain feeling lethargic. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you gained some usable wisdom from this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the notification button and then subscribe to this channel. That way, you'll be updated anytime we upload life-changing videos like this. Thank you for watching. See ya!